Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Justin Byers. I am an MBA student at Florida Atlantic University. I am currently living in Miami, Florida, originally from Indianapolis, Indiana. Got my undergrad from Florida A&M University. My project would be over cybersecurity. That's the topic I've chosen. The case study would be over a company that is in England that is experiencing cyber attacks, cyber issues, cybersecurity issues, to be exact. I want to start with, of course, a little bit of a background. The case study is about a social media company, as I just mentioned, in England, London. It's called Chatter. Main users are for more of a young crowd. The main users are between the ages of 13 and 21. Mainly used to communicate with messages between each other, play games, share photos, share videos. Very interactive video for sure. Very interactive website for sure. Lately, the issue they have been experiencing is an employee of theirs lost a laptop. It was scooped up by somebody else or stolen by somebody else before they were able to wipe the data off the laptop remotely, but they don't know what information got out between the time where the laptop was stolen and the wipe occurred. So they want to shore up that the in-between time and make sure all information of their users and I would say of their constituents are safely hidden. Some primary goals Chatter wants to achieve. So they want to have confidentiality for all users and all employees. So any leaked information is able to any important information is able to stay safe and stay within their servers. They also want to have integrity. So that's a big thing with cybersecurity. You want to be able to be trusted with people's information for sure. Also want to be available. You want to have all networks open at all times, that everybody can access the information at any given point where they feel they need to, of course. You want to have authenticity, which, for example, for Twitter, they have a lot of bots and such things on their website. People are not being the real selves. So with Chatter, you want to authenticate all users, of course. Of course, you want to have firewalls up. You want to be able to protect people's information. You want to be able to protect your servers from any cyber attacks, any, theft attempts, any hacking, of course. So you want to keep those firewalls up nice and safe. You also want to have encryption codes for your employees, just in case they lock themselves out of the computer or the computer gets stolen or lost. It's not easy to access the network and get people's information that is inside the network and outside the network. You want to have the best antivirus software on your laptops or on your servers, just in case, to beat out any worms, beat out any viruses that can harm the network. You want to make sure you have patch management. You want to continuously update the network, of course, to stop anything from causing any friction with your network. So you want to do patch management, just frequent updates of problems or reoccurring problems you may see, or preventative maintenance, more to say less. You also want to do penetration tests. You want to have people on your staff trying to, penetration tests. You want to have people on your staff basically trying to get into the network, trying to show how strong the software or the security is. You want to make sure at all times that your security is top tip shape, because it's always something new, always something that can override your system. You just gotta be up to date, be aware. So you always want to do those tests continuously throughout the year. You want to have an incident response planning. So if an incident does occur, unfortunately, you want to be able to respond in a timely manner, of course. So always have that in place with your employees. So in case a breach does happen, we have these steps in place to take care of it. So back to Chatter. So like I said before, they had an issue of a computer being lost, and they were able to wipe the data remotely, but they don't know if the computer's access and data was taken off in the between time of the incident occurring and the data being wiped. So here are some solutions that can, prevent that. You know what I'm saying? Strong perimeter security, implementing robust firewall configurations, intrusion detection and preventative systems, securing network borders, and critical to safeguard against external threats. Like I was saying before, you want to make excuse me. You want to make sure your firewall is up to date to stop any virus, any trojans, anything of that nature from harming your network. You also want to have regular software patchwork updates, like I just said. We want to make sure everything stays up to date in case anything new comes out of the market that's there to harm your network, of course. Employee and training awareness of, like I just said, you want to make sure your employees are trained up and aware of what they need to do in case of a security breach or something of that nature. You always want to stay up to date with that. You always want to have refresher courses, of course. You want to, give people materials they can keep on their person or keep somewhere they can access it in case of an emergency or in case something does happen where it's not, oh, I don't know what to do, I don't remember my training. We got those materials to look back on and reference, of course. You want to access and control privilege management. So you want to try to limit the access to sensitive data granted privilege based on job roles. So if let's say if you work at Banana Republic and you're just a cashier, you don't want to grant them access to certain type of files or certain type of access on the network that's not needed for their job. So like at Chatter, if you have like I don't want to say low ranking, if you want to have a newer employee come in that is not well versed in their systems or their way of life is basically you want to make sure their access is limited as they progress in their job role or progress in their career. The more access they can have. Like I said before, you want data encryption. So if somebody does hack your network, you want the data to be encrypted. So it'd be hard to read and hard to access in general. You also want to have a threat intelligence sharing program. So joining something like a threat intelligence sharing communities or organization provides valuable insights into emerging threats, attacks, and trends. So if you want to have somebody on your staff, continuously looking into like Reddit, looking on articles or, excuse me, like I'm kind of sick, looking at articles on the internet continuously throughout the year, throughout the months, to kind of figure out what's going on in the cyber realms, cybersecurity, how people are attacking firewalls, planting viruses, and things of that nature. Chatter, they want, I would say, to secure any valuable information. You want to vet any emails that's coming from the outside of your network, outside of your work email address. So if it's coming from Google, Yahoo or Hotmail account. You want to make sure that is authenticated and that is a safe email or a link that you plan to click on. So yeah. And that is my presentation on how Chatter, the England social media app, can better improve their security on their data, on their protocols, and have an overall better experience for their users and employees. Thank you.